Guys, this is K-Man, your CFO. As your CFO, it's my job to show you how to make friends with the IRS and allow them to help you make millions. Let's go. Hey guys, today we're going to understand the tax system for us the people and for the rich. We, the people, hate taxes, but the rich love them. You may hate the IRS, but the IRS is not going away for a long time. So I'm going to show you how to work with the system and make it work for you. Income. Work with the system, declare all your income. Banks and the government look at your taxes to determine if you're worthy or not. If you're a worthy taxpayer, you get qualified to apply for government contracts, get loans from the banks, and get loans from SBA. You may not realize this, but this is huge because the government contract can be very profitable and is recession-proof. How about the SBA loans? It requires only 10% down to purchase a commercial property. In some situations, 0% down. A friend and I are planning to build a big warehouse for almost 0% down because we own the land. Comment and subscribe if you would like to know more about low money down real estate project. I tell business owners all the time, don't try to save $5,000 on your tax and miss opportunity to make millions later. This is the system. Instead of cheating the system for short-term gain, work with the system to work for you. I will explain later in this video. Deductions. There are two main types of deductions, itemized and standard. Itemized deduction are each individual deduction. There could be hospital bills, charity, retirement, homeownership, education, all are examples of itemized deduction. If you want to save money with these deductions, combine all these deductions into one value and compare the total deduction to the standard deduction. If everything combined is less than the standard deduction, you will want to take the standard deduction. As of today, around 90% of taxpayers take the standard deduction, which was doubled in 2017 by the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. If you don't take the standard deduction, like the 90% of people, you're more likely to get audited by the Uncle Sam. Now, let's draw our attention to people's CPA, Certified Public Accountant, or your accountant. Right off the bat, I'll let you know that we are little guys and we must pay taxes. No choice. Let me explain why. We are like amateur boxing fighters who pay to fight and get experience to become better. For example, in order for me to fight at the national tournaments, I had to pay to register, I had to pay for doctor, physical checkups, blood tests, pay for fights, fly or drive over there, pay for hotels. It's not unusual that I pay around $1,000 just to fight at a national tournament. And hopefully I don't get my ass beat. A little tax joke. A visitor from Holland was chatting with an American friend. He was jokingly explaining about the red, white, and blue in the Netherlands flag. Our flag symbolizes our taxes, he said. We get red when we talk about them, white when we get our tax bill, and blue after we pay them. Well, that's the same with us, the American said. Only we see stars too. Okay, so some of you may ask, how about CPAs? Can they help us save taxes? Yep, yes they can. But it's not that simple. Why? Well, because it's not really set up to help save taxes, ironically, and therefore it's not profitable for them. For example, you may deduct 60% of your taxes by donating 60% of your income to a charity of your own choice. By the way, did you notice most rich people have a charity and commercial real estate? Back to the topic. Here's the thing about people's tax return. We, the people, don't make enough to save that much. We don't save 60% of our income. We can't afford it. We gotta pay bills. And even if you're a great saver, this strategy must be planned well ahead of time. Also, you probably need an expert to form the nonprofit correctly. And then you have to wait 3 to 6 months for the IRS to approve the nonprofit status. Meanwhile, somebody needs to show you how to run and spend using the nonprofit so the money can go to the right people or organizations. And how much can a people CFA charge for this complicated and lengthy service? An awful lot or not a lot? You make the decision. So here's what I'm saying. We, the people, we just have to suck up and pay regular taxes until we have enough asset to hire a rich people CFA. This is like amateur boxing fighter. Have to train hard, have to pay for fight everywhere until they're good enough to become a professional fighter. Rich people's tax return. What's the difference between that and taxes? You can avoid taxes if you plan it right. You can avoid taxes. Let's dive in first. This is what rich people's tax return look like. Rich people's income. Unlike we, the people, the rich have many ways to lower their income, including redirecting income to other tax IDs. For example, trust, nonprofit, children, and so on. In addition, they can borrow against their assets. Real estate and stocks are very common, which is pretty much like taking a profit without selling the asset. And what about rich people's deductions? As a rich person, you can donate to charity to deduct 60% of taxes. And this could be a charity of your own control, and the employees could be anyone of your choosing. The rich people also have real estate depreciation on their side. Some people purchase real estate for the sole purpose of taking bonus depreciation in year one. In fact, that could be 20 to 30% of real estate value right away. And just to put it into perspective, a $1 million property can allow you to take $200,000 to $300,000 tax deduction right away. Better yet, if you cannot use that huge deduction this year, you can use the balance next time. Check this out. This is a simple math. It doesn't require a theoretical math degree to figure this out, but it requires your focus. Remember the video where I talk about leverage or multiplier for your cash? Well, most commercial real estate require 20-25% down, and you could save the same cash value in taxes. In other words, 20 to 30% of real estate value by doing bonus depreciation. If you put both together, you're essentially getting a property with no cash down. Some smartass will point out that depreciation needs to be recaptured. Yes and no. Number one, if you sell the property later, you're supposed to recapture or repay the depreciation, but tax rate would be probably much lower. Or you can do the 1031 exchange and delay all the tax liability. Number two, if you decide to die, whoever gets the property doesn't have to repay the used depreciation. Yes, that's right. It's legal and it's a loophole a lot of rich people use. Number three, even if you have to repay this 100%, you get an interest-free loan from Uncle Sam to buy properties. Who else is going to give you 0% interest loan to buy an expensive property with no cash down? Well, I'm not. I know you saved my ass, but I'm not doing this for you. No. Up next, let's touch on rich people's CPA. Let me show you what Trump's tax return looks like. As you can see, a lot of income. Same or about the same in deductions using some of the techniques we learned today. And zero to little taxes. Yes, a lot of wealthy people tax return looks similar. We the people can use the same technique to lower our taxes, but you need to stay disciplined and start to acquire assets. I see this all the time when someone owns one or more properties but doesn't know these valuable techniques and they lose these deductions. And a PCPA or poor people's CPA may not be aware of this deduction as well. Or they decided that was too much work, be profitable for people's CPA's business. So they didn't offer it. Obviously, there are many more details about these deductions, and I'm not a CPA, therefore I'm not qualified to give you any accounting advice. But this is strictly for entertainment purpose only. However, I'm well qualified as someone who knows how to use a calculator. 25 minus 25 equals 0. Look, no money down. I'm a genius. Now, how is this information going to help you? This tax strategy can help you grow much faster and more profitable as you buy assets using techniques I discussed in other videos. What do you think about today's topic? Let me know in the comments below. While at it, smash the thumbs up button and share the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Stay fantastic. Bye-bye.